Okay, looks like we're in for another week of bullshit. Iran's proposal rejected by President Trump, although not really clear how angry he is or how he's going to respond. He's kept us guessing on that. In the Wall Street Journal, supposed details of Iran's offer really don't seem like they're that far apart, offering to move some of the uranium outside of the country. And while not specified in the Wall Street Journal piece, there has been a lot of reporting that they're talking about a 12-year moratorium on enrichment. Trump's looking for 15 or 20, really. What is unclear is whether they really are maintaining this fantasy of controlling the Strait of Hormuz and what exactly that means. If they want to claim people have to check in by radio or something, who gives a shit? They're not charging tolls. Even China has said that's not acceptable. No member of the international community is saying that's acceptable, including Oman, who Iran has tried to rope into a sort of agreement as their partner on the other side of the strait. They have said clearly, we signed the UN Convention on the Law of the Seas. We can't do that. So they're not charging tolls. I can't believe they're going to die on that bridge. And it's just not clear how far apart they are. I do think this Iranian regime has really effed up the opportunity to acquire new branding. They really could have gotten themselves out of the rogue regime category. Trump was, saying they were newly responsible. He could call it a new regime. Well, you would note today in his tweet, he said the, supposed representatives of Iran. Not sure what that means, but suggests he doesn't like whoever is making the decisions. There was that opening for a while there where it looked like Parliament Speaker Galibaf might be sort of in charge. He's someone the U.S. has had contact with in the past. Chatter that the CIA knows him quite well, and that was sort of the Delcy Rodriguez dream, but he does seem to have been sidelined. So clearly some real stubborn assholes are running Iran, and I don't think they have a future. Bloomberg reports that Trump will be talking to Xi Jinping this week about China's support for Iran financially in terms of the purchase of oil. That's got to stop. That's got to stop. We can't do the Ukraine thing where we're in a fight with one country and we're doing business with someone who's supporting them. So that's just not going to fly the way it did with Europe buying gas from Russia while we were all sending money to Ukraine. Not going to repeat that mistake. So if Iran continues to be intransigent, at some point he's got to say, okay, this is not a new regime. I can't make a deal with you. Here's what I want. Sign in 72 hours or the deal gets pulled, and it will become the official policy of the United States of America that an IRGC-led Iran will never sell another fucking barrel of oil. Ever. That's it. Blockade stays. We have to threaten to go to the mattresses with China, tariffs or whatever. We're not going to let China play that game of buying discounted Iranian crude. That's over. And we'll see what happens. Oil's up about $3 last I checked on this news. Stocks are stable. So the market seems much more relaxed than any of the experts would have thought about closure of the Strait of Hormuz. So you just tell Iran, that's it. No deal. We're not dealing with you ever. You're not selling oil again, ever. And we're gradually going to start jamming destroyers up and down the strait. You fire at them. We take out whatever fires at us. I mean, maybe we lose a ship at some point. This is, it's war now. So the threat has to be levied that the window for a deal is going to be shut. And once it's shut, it's never opening again. And Trump needs to come back from Beijing with some clear signaling that China's not going to be able to buy Iranian oil. And Iran will, if they don't make a deal, will just never again have access to foreign exchange. So, as I said the other day, this deal needs to happen before Trump's Beijing trip. News over the weekend, not great. But despite that, you got to stay long this market. It trades like a champ. And all of the market signals are telling us that this Hormuz thing maybe just isn't as bad as people thought. And if that's the case, Iran really has no leverage. We're going to wait them out. We'll see what happens Thursday and Friday in Beijing. That's going to be fascinating. I'll have more later this week. Good luck out there.